Jackie Chan kicked Steven Seagal in the face while he was meditating, then instantly regretted. For decades, Hollywood's martial arts legends have dominated headlines with their films, stunts, controversies, and impossible on-screen feats. Yet behind the scenes, tensions, egos, and misunderstandings often brew into explosive moments no camera was ever meant to capture. But every once in a while, a private clash becomes so unbelievable, so shockingly bizarre. It transforms into a story audiences can't look away from. This is one of those moments. Jackie Chan kicks Steven Seagal in the face while he was meditating, then instantly regrets it, isn't just a headline. It's the beginning of a wild, unexpected confrontation between two of cinema's most iconic action powerhouses. Jackie Chan, known for his humble charm and gravity-defying stunts, and Steven Seagal, the stoic Aikido master with an unshakable aura of calm, have crossed paths many times in their careers. But never like this. This story explores the chaos that erupted during a secretive martial arts retreat deep in the Japanese mountains, an event designed for peace, growth, and inner stillness. Yet instead of serenity, a spark ignited. What began as a misunderstanding escalated into a moment that shocked everyone present. And the consequences that followed stunned even Jackie himself. Prepare for hidden rivalries, accidental disrespect, an unexpected clash of philosophies, and a moment so unforgettable that both legends would spend years trying to explain it. Before we go any further, comment where in the world you're watching from and make sure to subscribe because tomorrow's story will be the one you don't want to miss. The sun was barely touching the mist-covered mountains of Shiga Prefecture when Jackie Chan arrived at the secluded dojo. A cold breeze glided through the forest, carrying the soft rustle of bamboo and the distant ringing of a meditation bell. Jackie's breath fogged as he stepped out of the car, stretching his stiff shoulders after the long drive. This wasn't a film set. Not a red carpet event. Not even a private training session for an upcoming project. It was a peace retreat. The organizers, renowned martial arts masters from across Asia, had insisted that he attend. You need stillness, they said. You need the mind to rest and reset. Jackie didn't argue. His life had become a whirlwind of late-night shoots, endless promotions, and action scenes that pushed his aging body a little further every year. But what truly surprised him was the guest list. He hadn't expected Steven Seagal to be there. Jackie spotted him from a distance as he walked toward the main hall. Steven Seagal sat cross-legged on a wooden platform in the garden, eyes closed, palms relaxed on his knees, his entire presence radiating a strange, unbreakable calm. Dressed in a deep maroon robe, he looked like he'd fused himself with the earth beneath him, still, heavy, immovable. Jackie hesitated. He and Seagal were not enemies, but neither were they exactly friends. Over the years, they'd shared professional respect, occasional tension, and a few moments that could have easily turned into fights if cameras weren't watching. Jackie considered walking around the long way, but the narrow stone path led directly past Seagal's meditation spot. He swallowed. Just act normal, he whispered to himself. He stepped forward. The stones were smooth, round, and slightly damp from the morning mist. Jackie didn't notice the thin moss growing between them until his foot slipped. His balance wavered. His body reacted instinctively, years of stunt training kicking in, but the sudden motion startled him. His leg shot up in a reflexive counterbalance. And his foot connected directly with Steven Seagal's face. The sound was small but sharp. A clean, unmistakable thwack. Time froze. Jackie landed his foot back on the ground, his breath catching in his throat. Seagal's meditation posture remained exactly the same. His eyes were still closed. His hands still rested on his knees. But a faint tremor pulsed in the air around him. Oh no, no, Jackie muttered, his face draining of color. Seagal. Steven. Mr. Seagal. Sir. Seagal didn't respond. For a terrifying moment, Jackie thought he had knocked him unconscious while meditating, something that had to be illegal in at least 12 countries. Then Seagal's eyes opened. Slowly. Deliberately. Like a dragon deciding whether to burn the village. Jackie took a step back. Seagal's gaze lifted to him, unreadable and unblinking. The calmness didn't leave his face, but it shifted, hardened, became something dangerous. Jackie, Seagal said, his voice low and quiet. Did you just kick me? Jackie bowed so fast he nearly hit his head on his own knees. I slipped. I swear. I slipped. It was the moss, the morning dew, the humidity, maybe gravity too. Please don't kill me. Seagal blinked once. A slow, heavy blink. Jackie could practically hear his own heartbeat echoing across the garden. I was meditating, Seagal said. I know, and I'm sorry, so sorry, deeply sorry, spiritually sorry, physically, mentally, emotionally sorry. Seagal stood up. Jackie froze. The legendary Aikido master loomed over him, taller, broader, heavier, radiating authority and danger wrapped in mystical stillness. But he didn't attack. Instead, he said, follow me. Jackie's soul left his body. Wait. Follow you where? Why? Can I say no? Do I have the legal right to say no? Jackie babbled. Seagal didn't answer. He simply walked toward the indoor dojo, his steps silent yet thunderous in Jackie's ears. Jackie followed, mostly because running into the forest and living there forever didn't seem like a realistic option. The main hall was a wide, tranquil space filled with tatami mats, incense smoke, and a group of martial arts masters who turned their heads as the two legends entered. Jackie bowed to them, trying to hide his panic. Seagal stood at the center of the room. Jackie-chan, he announced, has just kicked me in the face. The room gasped. Someone dropped a bamboo staff. A monk choked on his tea. Jackie threw his hands up. It was an accident. One of the masters, Grandmaster Itsuki, approached with curiosity sparkling in his old eyes. Is this true? He asked Jackie gently. Yes. Jackie cried. I would never intentionally kick Steven. At least. Not while he's meditating. A few people nodded. That seemed like a reasonable boundary. Grandmaster Itsuki stroked his beard. There is only one way to settle such an interruption of spiritual practice. Jackie's heart dropped. A duel. It had to be a duel. It always ended in a duel. Seagal folded his arms. Jackie mentally wrote his own obituary. But the Grandmaster continued. You must engage in a harmony exercise. Jackie blinked. What? The Grandmaster smiled. A non-violent exchange of energy and movement. No strikes. No aggression. Only balance, flowing intention, and mutual understanding. Jackie's lungs filled with relief. Oh. That's good, that's great, peaceful. I love peaceful. I am peaceful. Seagal nodded. Fine. Let's begin. Jackie wasn't sure, but Seagal's tone did not sound peaceful at all. They faced each other on the tatami mats. Masters circled around them. Soft flute music began to play. Incense spiraled in thin ribbons above their heads. Jackie took a slow breath. He could do this. No kicks. No punches. No combat. Just movement. Grandmaster Itsuki raised a bell. Begin. Jackie stepped forward with gentle intent, arms relaxed. Seagal mirrored him, slow and fluid. Their hands met lightly, palm to palm, the first gesture of harmony. Then Jackie felt it. A pressure. A weight. A force pushing against his center with controlled power. Seagal was testing him. Jackie smiled nervously. Okay, fine. A little harmless push. He responded with equal gentle pressure. The energy flow between them grew stronger. Seagal's eyes narrowed. Jackie swallowed. The pushing became firmer. Then firmer. Then not gentle at all. "Stephen," Jackie whispered, "this is supposed to be peaceful." Seagal didn't reply. Instead, he shifted his stance and performed a sweeping arm movement that sent a wave of force toward Jackie's upper body. Jackie reacted purely out of instinct. He flipped backward, landed on his hands, rolled, and popped back into stance. The masters murmured in admiration. Seagal stepped forward. Jackie stepped back. Their palms touched again. This time Seagal used a subtle Aikido redirection to pull Jackie off balance. Jackie countered with a flowing pivot to avoid falling. The exercise escalated like an argument spoken through movement. Soft music. Gentle rules. Two martial arts giants fighting using everything except violence. But then, Jackie slipped again. The same Moss must have cursed him from outside the dojo, because as he stepped back, his foot slid at a bad angle. His body twisted. His reflexes fired. And his knee shot upward. Straight toward Seagal's chin. Seagal dodged by less than half an inch. The room inhaled sharply. Jackie froze, horrified. Seagal's eyes opened fully, sharp, alert, and now unmistakably angry. "Jackie," he said slowly. That was the second time. Jackie's voice cracked. "I swear I'm not trying to fight you." Grandmaster Itsuki raised his bell again, but this time he did not ring it. Something had shifted. Something dangerous. Something that meant the real test was only beginning. Silence wrapped the dojo like a tightened rope. Jackie Chan stood frozen mid-stance, one foot slightly raised, as if he were afraid that even lowering it might trigger Steven Seagal into launching an Aikido hurricane upon him. Steven Seagal didn't blink. His face held that same unreadable calm, except now, buried beneath his stillness, there was a glint. A sharpened glint. The glint of a man whose meditation had been interrupted twice by the same celebrity. Grandmaster Itsuki lowered his bell and exhaled heavily. "Perhaps," he said carefully, "the harmony exercise has run its course." Jackie nodded vigorously. "Yes. Course. Very run. Super run. Extremely run." But Seagal stepped forward. "No," he said quietly. "It has not." A murmur swept the room. The masters exchanged looks. Jackie's stomach twisted into a pretzel. Seagal raised his hand, not in a strike, but in a gesture of challenge. "Jackie, you didn't kick me out of anger," he said. "You kicked me out of chaos." Jackie blinked. That, actually sounded philosophical. Seagal continued, "Chaos must be tamed. Balanced. Understood. We will finish this. Properly." Jackie tried to protest. "Look, Stephen, I really respect you. Your discipline, your art, your calm fury, your ability to break a man using his own pulse or whatever, but I really don't think we need to do this." But Seagal wasn't listening. He walked to the center, planting himself like a stone pillar at the heart of the dojo. The message was clear. The exercise was no longer just about harmony. It was a test of character. Grandmaster Itsuki finally nodded. "Very well. The harmony exercise will continue. But remember, no strikes. No harm. Only balance." Jackie sighed. Great. He was about to spiritually wrestle a human avalanche. They faced each other once again. The room grew still. Even the incense seemed afraid to move. Jackie inhaled slowly. He couldn't use aggression. Couldn't flip, kick, or punch. All he had was movement, flow, agility, reaction. Seagal stepped forward with a calm, deliberate shift in weight. Jackie responded with a soft retreat. Their palms met once more. This time, Jackie felt the difference immediately. Seagal was completely centered. Like a rooted tree. Like a boulder in a river. Like someone who had meditated so deeply he was now part furniture. He pressed forward. Not violently. Not aggressively. But with absolute control. Jackie had no choice but to give way, but as he moved, Seagal redirected, guiding him gently but firmly toward a circular motion. Jackie spun, flipped his hand, and redirected the energy back. Seagal caught it. Redirected again. The exchange became faster, more precise. Palm to palm. Step to step. Breath to breath. A silent conversation written in motion. And for the first time, Jackie felt something shift inside him. A strange calm rising like warm water. He stopped thinking about defending himself. Stopped thinking about slipping. Stopped thinking about Seagal's slowly building annoyance. He just moved. Without planning. Without fear. Without ego. The masters noticed. They whispered. This was no longer chaos. Jackie had found harmony. Even Steven Seagal noticed. His brow eased. His breathing slowed. His shoulders relaxed. For a moment, just a moment, there was perfect balance between them. And then, Jackie hiccuped. A sudden, sharp, involuntary hiccup that jerked his entire torso forward. And he accidentally head-butted Seagal right in the sternum. The dojo erupted. A monk fainted. Grandmaster Itsuki nearly dropped the bell. Someone in the back muttered, "This must be karma for something." Seagal staggered half a step. Not from pain, but from sheer disbelief. Jackie's face turned the color of boiled shrimp. I swear this is not on purpose," he cried. "I don't know why my body is attacking you." Seagal stared at him for a long, unforgiving moment. "Jackie," he said. "I think, you are cursed." Jackie threw his hands up. "I agree. Finally. Someone understands." Seagal inhaled deeply, forcing himself back into composure. "We will try one last time," he said. Jackie nodded, though every cell in his body begged him to run away. They reset. Seagal extended his palms. Jackie matched him. This time, Jackie focused harder than he had in years. Harder than he did performing stunts on skyscrapers. Harder than during the legendary ladder fights of his old films. Harder than the time he broke his ankle jumping from a roof and still finished the scene. No more accidents, he told himself. No more slips, no hiccups, no reflex kicks, just peace. And for the first few movements, it worked. They moved perfectly in sync. Seagal guided. Jackie followed. Jackie redirected. Seagal returned. Energy flowed between them like water. The masters smiled. Finally. Harmony. But fate, sweet, chaotic fate, was not finished with Jackie Chan. Because at that precise moment, a small garden bird flew through the open window behind Seagal. Jackie saw it. Seagal didn't. The bird swooped down, flapping wildly. Jackie panicked. He hated birds flying near his face. It was one of the few things he could never stay calm around. "Bird! Bird! Bird!" Jackie shouted. He ducked. Reflexively. His arm swung up. And he accidentally elbowed Seagal right in the jaw. Gasps exploded across the dojo. Seagal froze. Not from the hit, he was barely fazed, but from the sheer absurdity of what had just happened. Jackie fell to his knees. "I can't do this," he wailed. "I am not spiritually stable enough for harmony. I am a danger to everyone within a 5-meter radius." Seagal slowly rubbed his jaw. The dojo waited. The air held its breath. And then, Steven Seagal laughed. A deep, unexpected, rolling laugh that filled the entire room. He wiped a tear from his eye and patted Jackie on the shoulder. "Jackie," he said, "you are the only person alive who could accidentally attack me 4 times during a peace exercise." Jackie stared. You're not mad?" Seagal shook his head. "No. I understand you now." He smiled faintly. "You live in motion. Chaos isn't your enemy, it's your nature." Jackie blinked. That was the nicest thing Seagal had ever said to him. The tension that had strangled the day evaporated instantly. The masters relaxed. The incense smoke drifted freely again. Grandmaster Itsuki approached them with a nod of approval. "You have achieved harmony," he said. Jackie nearly choked. "I what?" The Grandmaster smiled. "Harmony is not the absence of chaos. Harmony is the acceptance of it." Seagal added, "You brought honesty and sincerity to the mat. Even if it was delivered through accidental violence." Jackie bowed deeply. "I'm so sorry, for the kick, the knee, the headbutt, the elbow." But Seagal raised a hand. "Enough. We're good." Then he leaned closer and whispered. "But please never meditate near me again." Jackie laughed. "Deal." Later that evening, the retreat held its traditional tea ceremony. Jackie and Seagal sat side by side on tatami mats, sipping quietly. The other masters kept glancing at them, some amused, some relieved, some still traumatized by the day's events. Seagal broke the silence. "You know, I didn't invite you here because of the retreat." Jackie looked up. "You invited me?" Seagal nodded. "I wanted to understand why the world respects your discipline. Why even your enemies admire you. Why your energy is so unpredictable." Jackie laughed softly. "Unpredictable is just a polite word for clumsy." "No," Seagal said. "You move with sincerity. That's rare." Jackie felt strangely touched. Seagal continued, "When you kicked me earlier, I realized something." Jackie groaned. "Please don't say it was destiny." "No," Seagal said. "I realized you had great aim." Jackie blinked. "Excuse me?" Seagal smirked. "Once you get better control, we should train together. For real this time. No harmony rules." Jackie's eyes widened. "Are you serious?" "Very." A slow grin spread across Jackie's face. "That sounds fun." Seagal raised an eyebrow. "For me, or for you?" "For both," Jackie said. "As long as no birds show up." They shared a laugh, one of genuine respect. By the end of the retreat, their strange, accidental rivalry had transformed into something else entirely. A bond. A mutual challenge. A story neither could ever explain without sounding insane. As Jackie prepared to leave the mountain the next morning, he turned back to see Seagal standing at the gate, arms folded. "Jackie," Seagal called. Jackie paused. "Yeah." Seagal cracked a tiny smile. "If you ever kick me in the face again, at least let it be on camera." Jackie burst into laughter. "Deal." They bowed respectfully to each other, two legends acknowledging a day they would never forget. And as Jackie stepped into his car, he whispered to himself, "I really hope part 3 of this story doesn't involve me accidentally punching him in a grocery store." The engine started. The road stretched ahead. A new friendship, born out of chaos, began. If you enjoyed this full story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more amazing stories.